Ever since the dawn of the iOS 14.5 update, Facebook ads have just never been the same. Now, I'm not saying here at all that we can't get as good results as we could before. We certainly can, and sometimes we can even get even better results. What I'm actually talking about here is actually simply just on the reporting side. So you, as the advertiser, going inside of the Facebook Ads Manager and trying to figure out, okay, is this information actually accurate? And the sad truth is that in most cases, and by most cases, I mean all cases, the answer is no. So the reason for that, as we all know by now, is because of all the privacy updates, and the Pixel uses cookie-based tracking, and so that is what's getting blocked by all these trackers across Apple, now Google Chrome as well. And so that's going to keep on decreasing the amount of information we actually see inside of Facebook Ads Manager, and therefore it becomes more difficult to make educated decisions on how to optimize your campaigns. Now, there are some things you can certainly do to handle these changes, which is all the things that we've been doing with clients over these past several years. First and foremost, make sure that you have your conversions API enabled. If you don't know how to do that, I have a video that walks through step by step right here with several options. But even with that, that's not going to be a perfect fix. That does not bring back 100% of your data. It just brings back some of your data. So it's still very advisable to have dedicated funnels that are specific for ads. That way, at the back end of your CRM, whatever it is that you're using, you can always tag people easily and appropriately that are coming from Facebook ads. And then based upon that, you look at your sales data, you look at your tag data, and you can figure out, okay, cool, I spent $10,000 on Facebook ads, I made $15,000, and you make analysis just like that. But that is all tedious, right? It requires a lot of steps, a lot of moving parts, and things can break. So what do you do? Is there anything out there that can make life simpler for advertisers? And I'm here to tell you, yes, there is some good news. There is a tool that I've been using that has honestly been a game changer for my agency. It's made analyzing client accounts, optimizing client accounts, and scaling client accounts so much easier. And so I'm here to talk about Cometly. Cometly is an analytics platform that does not use cookie-based tracking. Instead, they use what they call digital footprint data, which are other pieces of information such as the device and IP address of the user. Therefore, their data is not impacted by all these privacy updates, and they have 100% accuracy across their reporting. Yes, you heard me. That is 100% accuracy across reporting, and I have tested this very, very thoroughly. I mean, okay, maybe 100% is a little bit of an exaggeration because, with some clients, we do have some pretty advanced systems on the back end to be able to compare and contrast the data to Cometly, but it's like 99.99% accurate all the time. So very powerful, very robust tool, and it makes it so easy, again, to just be able to go in there and look at the information and make educated changes to your campaigns. So let's actually look at a real life scenario where we're looking inside a Facebook Ads Manager, and then we can see how different it looks inside of Cometly. All right, so here we are inside of this client account. Right now, we're looking at the date range of August 13th to August 19th. And so far, it's showing that we spent just a little over $1,100 with 34 purchases and a $33 cost per purchase. These are actually good metrics. We're actually aiming for a $40 cost per purchase. So just based upon this, we are doing extremely well. But is it actually 100% accurate? Are we doing actually better than that? So if we head on over to Cometly, looking at the same exact date range, August 13th to August 19th, we actually see over the same exact time period, there's actually in fact 38 purchases, which brings the cost per purchase down to $29, total revenue of $2,836, and a ROAS of $252. So if we come back over here and actually compare those revenue numbers and those ROAS numbers, over here we see 2648. Again, we compare that to the 2836 and the ROAS of 236 compared to the ROAS of 252. So right off the bat, we can see how powerful this is by knowing that we're actually doing even better than we thought we were while looking at the data inside of Facebook Ads Manager. And again, this is only a 7-day period that we're looking at, simple example, but you can kind of see how this can grow over when you're doing a 30-day look back window, 60-day look back window, how different the data is going to be between Facebook and Cometly. And so with Cometly, obviously we can get the most accurate data, but it's not just about looking at the overall campaign numbers, it also allows you to make smart choices when it comes to your audiences and your ads. So let's go ahead and take a look at another example. All right, so here we are looking at that same exact campaign over the same exact time period, but now we are looking at the ads right here. So what we actually are looking at in this instance is the cost per purchase. So as I mentioned previously, we are targeting a $40 cost per purchase. And this ad right here, from what we are seeing inside of Facebook Ads Manager, is that it's at an $87 cost per purchase, well beyond what we are actually trying to target. And so if I was just utilizing Facebook Ads Manager and nothing else, I would 100% turn this off. I'd be like, okay, this is bringing down the overall performance of the campaign. These other two ads right here are hitting our cost per purchase, whereas this one is not. So let's go ahead and turn it off. However, that would be a mistake, because if I go inside here to Cometly and I find that same exact ad, which is this one right here, I actually see that we have two purchases, which brings the cost per purchase down to $43.62. Still above our target goal, but obviously infinitely better than the cost per purchase of $87. It still does have a positive ROAS of 1.08. So in fact, I'm actually going to leave this ad on, because honestly, if it gets one more purchase very soon, it's going to have an excellent cost per purchase and it's going to be performing really well. It's right at that cusp, so it's still worth leaving on, and it's certainly not worth turning off, which is the decision I would have made had I only been looking at the data inside of Facebook Ads Manager. But the benefits don't just end there. You already saw that the interface, they created it in a way that it looks almost identical to Facebook Ads Manager, so it feels very familiar, and it's just very easy to start analyzing data and making changes to your campaigns. Another really amazing benefit of Cometly is that you already saw here that they constructed the interface in a way that it looks almost identical to Facebook Ads Manager, which is great because you don't really have to relearn all these steps on how to actually use the interface. You just go right in there and you feel like you're right at home. But the other benefit is when it comes to visualization. This is something that Facebook Ads Manager is severely lacking in. Yes, they do have some reports that you can put together, but they're not the best. They're a little bit clunky. However, Cometly has really great visual reporting. So their visual reporting is 100% customizable to whatever it is that you want to be analyzing. And the amazing thing too is that even though the focus here has been on Facebook ads in general, this can pull in data from Google ads, TikTok ads, Pinterest ads, and even organic traffic sources. So if you have a significant amount of sales coming from Google organic, Facebook organic, Instagram organic, it's going to automatically capture that information for you. So it's an all-in-one platform, not just to analyze your Facebook ads data, but literally every single traffic source. Now let's take a look at an example of a real life chart and we can see how easy it is to put something together. All right, so here we are back inside of this client's dashboard. I've already put together some of the charts that are available right here. So let's quickly take a look at these. This is just a daily spend. Here we have daily sales with a trend line going in there. We see that trend line going up, which is great. Revenue by source right here. So if this client did have any sales coming from organic sources, those would 100% be listed right here, which again, so it's great. So we don't need multiple different platforms to be able to analyze where revenue is coming from. Sales by country offers really great insights in terms of, you know, who's actually buying from where and what adjustments can we make to get more sales from certain countries, cost per sale, revenue, daily CTR, CPM. But let's go ahead and add another one right here. You can see the options. You can do a line chart, column chart, bar chart, area circle, a table, so on and so forth. So let's actually go ahead and do a table chart right in here. Actually, no, let's do a KPI summary. I haven't had one of those in here just yet. You can choose the date range. We'll just go with this month and we can go ahead and add some metrics. So let's go ahead and add link clicks. And then we'll also add in CPC. There we go. And it's going to start populating that data for us right here. And so then we can also throw in some impressions. Great. And then let's see if there's one more thing that we want to throw in here. Actually, let's add amount spent. That'll be a quick view in terms of comparing spend from one month to the other. All right, so there we have all of our data right there. We can select our sources. In this case, I'm only focused on Facebook and Instagram ads, so I'm gonna go ahead and select those two platforms right there. But you can see, look, even DuckDuckGo ads can show up in here for anyone that is running some DuckDuckGo ads. You can choose your attribution model. For things like clicks and impressions, that isn't as important having the attribution model dialed in. That'll be more important when it comes to conversions such as leads and sales. But if you do want to adjust it, you can go ahead and choose the different models that are available right here. And we're going to group this by time, like it says right there. And then I'm going to move over to options as well, and then make sure that the compare to previous period is on, and it is. So perfect. I'm going to go ahead and click on add this to dashboard, my default dashboard, add right there. Awesome. So now let's actually go to the dashboard itself. Okay, I have to start from the top in terms of building this. All right, so once you see in here, we can see all of the different report options that you have. You can have the line chart, the column chart, bar chart, pie chart, and lots of different options right here. So first and foremost, we want to give this a name. And so we'll just call this a quick key metric summary. And in this case, I'm going to choose this one right here, the KPI summary right there. Add metrics. So for this, I'm going to include clicks and then impressions. Awesome. Spend. Then what else do I want to add right here? Oh, CPC. Yes, exactly. So we can already see the report being put together right here and what that actually is going to look like. Then we choose our sources. And so you can see everything that you can choose from here. Right now for this account, we're only focused on Facebook and Instagram ads. So I'm gonna go ahead and select those. But hey, for anyone running some DuckDuckGo ads, Cometly has got you covered. And then you can choose how to group it by. We're gonna leave this to LTV and also group by day. That's perfect. Then we're gonna come up here, options, make sure that compare to previous period is selected. Everything here looks good. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on add to dashboard. Default dashboard, perfect. There we go. And now we can see that this has been added to the dashboard down here. So really dynamic dashboards that you can construct here with really great visualizations. Can always see the trend lines going through your accounts, so you always know where things stand with your campaigns. And if you thought that was it, there's actually one more fantastic benefit, and that is going back to the Conversions API. So if you do catch my video on how to install the Facebook Conversions API, you'll find that it's different across whatever platform you're on. If you're on a WordPress website versus a Kajabi website versus a Circle website, right? For all of those, it's going to be very different in terms of how you set up the Conversions API. There's no universal way of doing it, but with Cometly, there is a universal way of doing it. As long as Cometly is connected to your ads account, then you can enable the Conversions API. So let me show you just how easy it is to do that. All right, so for the Facebook Conversions API, you just go to the Events Manager and then you click on Conversions API. It's already turned on for this account, but just to show you how easy it was to do it, when you first do it, all of this right here is blank. All you have to do is click send only attributed events, and then you click save, and that is it, my friend. That is literally how easy it is to turn on the Facebook Conversions API for Cometly. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, with all these fantastic benefits, there's got to be a little bit of a catch, and the truth is, yes, there is. Cometly is not free, it is a paid platform, and when I say it's a paid platform, it's also not the cheapest paid platform out there. It's also not the most expensive. I would put Cometly right in the middle. There are other similar tools that do this type of stuff. They're by far not the most expensive, but they're also by far not the cheapest. They're right in the middle, but I just really like their interface, how easy it is to use. It looks just like the Facebook Ads Manager. The visual reporting, in my opinion, is better than a lot of the other platforms out there, so I've just really enjoyed using, which is why it is the one I recommend the most. So should you be using this yourself? Well, if you are just getting started, no, do not use Cometly. It is not worth paying right out of the gate for something like this. You want to start using Cometly once you start getting a little bit of traction with your ads. Once you know you're making a little bit of money, then you can go ahead and sign up for Cometly. They have different tiered pricing based upon how much you're going to spend per month / per year. And so you'll be able to find something that fits your needs as a small business owner. But again, only really go this route once you start getting a little bit of traction. But once you do, you're going to see it's so much easier to manage your campaigns. And I really think you're going to see a nice little hockey stick organic form of growth when it comes to your Facebook ad campaign. So if you are interested in Cometly at all, I'll have a link for it below. Full disclosure, this is an affiliate link. It doesn't change the pricing for you at all. It just means that if you do end up signing through that link, it sends a small little kickback my way. So it's a really great way for you to support the channel without having to pay anything extra to anyone else. So if you do use that link, thank you in advance. Hopefully you found this tutorial and breakdown helpful. If you have any trouble with your own Cometly account, just let me know what you're encountering in the comments below, and I'll be happy to help you out. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.